Hello everybody, what's the importance of a name? In just a few moments, we are going to answer that question.
Welcome to Papa Swag's Words of Wisdom and Encouragement.
Welcome to Papa Swag's Words of Wisdom and Encouragement. Hi, I'm Papa Swag, and we're talking about how I got the name Papa Swag and what's the importance of a name. Well, let's just begin by talking about how I got that name, Papa Swag. It was several years ago. My oldest son was in high school, and one day him and a friend came by the house to do a couple of things. And when they stopped by, they mentioned this word swag. And they told me that swag meant cool. And so in the aftermath of all that, I said, I must be Papa Swag. And for some reason, the name Papa Swag stuck on. And a lot of the people that come to our house, they call me Papa Swag. And here I am today, sharing some of my words of wisdom and encouragement that I've gained over the years as being Papa Swag. So, I just want to talk a little bit about the importance of names. There's three things that are important about a name. Names are identifiers. Names can describe who you are, especially nicknames. And names can be powerful. So let's break it down. Number one, names are identifiers. So my real name is John Munzie. So when somebody says the name John, I quickly turn my head this way or that way and look to see if somebody, so that it identifies who I am. The other thing, my last name is Munzie. Way back in the early 80s when I was in high school, that name Munzie was my identifier, because when my friends would call me, they would say, hey Munzie, hey Munz, or they would call me Munz and shorten it for Munzie. And that's how they would identify me. And it would make my head turn, and I would stop, and I would say, what do you want? Or how can I help you? Those kinds of questions. So names are identifiers. The second thing that names do, they can describe who you are, specifically or especially nicknames. Nicknames. Let me give you a couple of sports athletes. When you hear their nicknames, you're going to know, oh, I know what they do. For example, Hammer and Hank Aaron. He was the record holder for home runs in baseball for many years. Some people still argue he's the record holder, even though Barry Bonds has broken his record, but people suggest he maybe didn't do it legally. So that's another debate for another time. But Hammer and Hank Aaron, that's a great nickname. You knew he could smash the ball. Another great nickname was William the Refrigerator Perry. He was a big lineman for the Chicago Bears. He was on the 1985 Super Bowl champion Chicago Bears. And when they called him the Refrigerator, it's because he was humongous. He was a huge guy. And then the other athlete, one that maybe everybody here should know if you follow professional basketball, Michael Air Jordan. You know why he was called Air? Because he could fly in the sky. He could jam the basketball with the best of anybody. He was Michael Air Jordan. His hang time was unbelievable. So names are identifiers. And I'm just talking about names being descriptive. Did you know that Jesus nicknamed one of his disciples? He had a disciple who had the name Simon. And he changed his name from Simon to Peter. And that word Peter, in the Greek or the Hebrew, I'm not sure which one, means rock. And so when Jesus talked to Simon and changed his name to Peter, he was calling him Rock, or the Rock, or maybe he called him Rocky. So even Jesus nicknamed and described his disciples by changing the name from one thing to the other, and specifically with the name Peter, who many people believe was the foundation on whom the Church of Jesus Christ. Names are powerful. There's a proverb that says, a good name is to be more desired than great wealth. Favor is better than silver and gold. That particular proverb is especially meaningful to me because it was spoken at my father's funeral many years ago. At my dad's funeral, there were people from all walks of life. There was the owner of a big grocery chain from Baltimore, Maryland. There was lawyers, there was doctors, there were students, there were teachers. My dad was a teacher, and they came from all walks of life. And I learned many lessons from my father. One is to keep a secret, to be confidential with those secrets, to be private about certain things, when to be open about saying things. And really, I'm going to be Papa Swag now, but the true Papa Swag was my dad. And I'm just like, in real life, I'm really just Papa Swag Jr. And his name, and his reminder of his name, and how his name was spoken among other people, is always a reminder to me that names are powerful. So let's recap. At the very beginning of this video, we asked, what's the importance of a name? Well, let's recap real quickly. Names are identifiers. They identify who you are. They're descriptive, especially nicknames. They can describe who you are, as we've looked at some of the nicknames. And then names can be powerful. A good name is to be desired more than great wealth. Imagine that. That is just a powerful statement. I just want to thank you today for watching Papa Swag TV. We're going to be sharing some of the words of wisdom and encouragement that I've gained over the years. In the comments below, I'd like to hear if you have a nickname and how that describes you and how you got that nickname. We'd like to hear from you. Please, if you haven't already done, please like this video and then subscribe onto the Papa Swag TV. We have a couple more videos, several more videos coming up this year that I think you would enjoy if you like some of the nuggets of gold that I've given you today. Thank you for tuning in to Papa Swag TV. Until next time, thank you for watching, and I can't wait to hear what you have to say in the comments below.